Welcome to another episode of the A-List Music Club. I am your host, the game changer, Wes Truth. And with me, as always, are Dominic and John. How's it going tonight, guys?
Good.
All right. And as everyone knows, this is the show where each week one of us picks a different CD, record, playlist, album, whatever, and lets the others and themselves listen to it once again or for the first time. So this time it was my turn, and I decided to pick a band that I've liked since I was a kid. I don't know. Some kids listen to Old McDonald, some listen to Rancid. So whatever. This is the album Rancid and Out Come the Wolves. So, like I said, I've liked this band since the 90s, always in my mixes as a kid and up to now. So I'll let you guys start. What did you guys think?
Well, swing and a miss. It just wasn't my cup of tea. I mean, and I'm not bad mouthing them because they don't suck. I mean, they're a good band. It's just not something that I would really listen to. I mean, I like, we've given some bands some really horrible ratings. I couldn't do this to this band because they're actually good, but it's just not my type of stuff, you know?
Oh, I get that. Yeah.
Just like if I when I do my next pick, you guys may not like it, but you'll probably be appreciative of it.
Oh no.
It doesn't sound promising.
So yeah, just wasn't for me, man.
I get that.
Well, Wes, you already know from my reaction last week when you announced it. I love this CD. I played it a million times probably.
Wow.
I love this CD. I'm not a big punk guy, but I remember the hits from this album being popular. I think I might have still been in high school. When did this come out? 94?
95.
I graduated in 95, so yeah.
Okay.
But I remember hearing them on the radio, seeing them on MTV, and I'm like, oh, these are pretty cool. Bought the CD, listened to the whole thing, going, oh, this is awesome. So I have a couple of their other ones, but this is the only one I come back to all the time. This is my favorite, top to bottom. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, like I said, I've always liked this band. I heard this was one of their best albums. I knew the hits off of this one, but never listened to it all the way straight through. So I kind of wanted to do that, and that's why I picked it. Yeah, I was more familiar with Let's Go, but I knew the hits off of this album. The songs are mostly short and sweet. Sometimes I can barely understand the words. They have very distinct voices.
Yeah.
But as in one of my songs off of Let's Go is As One. I'm wondering if that's like why I kind of like them, because you can't understand anything when I was a kid and I thought it was funny. But I still think the songs rock, even if it is hard to understand the lyrics sometimes. I think it's a good headbanging album, definitely. Like we were going to say, I was going to say there's 19 songs on this CD, so I'm not going to go through each one, but I wrote down some highlights. I thought Maxwell Murder, awesome opener with a great bass solo. Roots Radical, my favorite Rancid song, which is best heard at max volume. Time Bomb's awesome. Junkie Man, I thought is interesting with the talking in the middle. And it's one of the harder ones to understand. Not the talking, but the singing. Ruby Soho's a great one. Journey to the End of East Bay, I thought was a fun tune. I liked She's Automatic. Disorder and Disarray. And I thought The Way I Feel was a good closer.
So you're just going to go through 17 of the 19.
No, I went through I picked 7 or 8 of my favorites off of it.
The only song I don't like is Daly City Train.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that one that much.
No, you could skip that one.
But I like you said, John, straight through. Maybe minus that one. I think it's an easy listen for me. Like, oh yeah, this is great. I mean, punk is a lot of songs that sound the same, and I can see that here. But I like them all for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, they could have trimmed it down to 15.
Yeah,
I
agree.
About, so I like him, but you probably could have cut him and not lost anything.
Yeah, there's a few songs that they could have waited for the next album.
They aren't an easy band to sing along to in the car because you don't know what the hell he's saying.
Yeah.
Other than the chorus you kind of understand.
Yeah, I try to make up my own words.
Yeah. He slurs his words. He sings so fast.
Definitely one of those where you think you hear something and then you look at the lyrics and go, "Wow, was I off?"
Also, what he? Oh, I think he said something like Puerto Ricans. I'm like, what the hell is he? Yeah, but yeah. Oh yeah. All the songs you said, I agree. I like all of them too.
Yeah, I think for any fans of punk, I would definitely say check this album out if you haven't already.
Do you know why it's called "And Out Come the Wolves"?
No.
So, from Let's Go, they had their first ever hit, the song "Salvation."
Okay.
So, before that, these guys couldn't get signed to save their lives. No one was touching this kind of music.
Right.
They finally have a hit. Everyone and their mom came out of the woodwork to try and sign them.
Oh, wow.
So that's where "Out Come the Wolves" comes from.
Okay.
The Wolves are all the record labels, so now they want to sign them. Now we have a hit song.
That's cool.
They stayed with their label. They didn't sign with any of them. That's it.
Good for them.
It's a line from the poem Basketball Diaries, or the book Basketball Diaries, written by Jim Carroll. That's that little verse he says in the song. "Out Come the Wolves."
Oh yeah, I remember that part in the song. Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I'm sure Dominic will have a glowing rating ready.
No, it just wasn't for me. I mean, I understand you guys liking it. I mean, I was probably born about 15 years too early for this. I don't know. For me, I understand you guys liking it. That's cool. I give it a 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, punk's not for everybody. It's an acquired taste.
Yeah, I can see people putting this in and going, "What the hell is this?"
Hey, before we go any further, John, have you heard of Paul Stanley's Soul Station?
I've seen some things on YouTube, a song or two.
Man, check out go on YouTube, check out the album. It's amazing because his voice is so different. And it's all like, ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Those old type,
like these old R&B tunes.
Oh my God, he's so good.
Oh, good. I thought his voice was getting kind of shitty later here.
No, so did I, but this is albums from 2021, and I think it's just his screaming that's gone because he has a really beautiful voice on these songs.
Yeah, okay.
Check it out. Okay, so what's your rating?
It's a 10 for me.
Woo!
As soon as Wes picked it last week, I was like, it's a 10.
Wow. Yeah. Hey, it makes sense.
Yeah. I love it.
So for me, I'm discovering a lot of these songs for the first time. Like I said, I liked a lot of them. So I would go with an 8 for me.
Awesome.
So kind of all across the board there.
Yeah.
But it makes sense for what it is.
Yeah.
All right, Don, what fresh hell are you going to put me through this week?
I don't know if I picked this one before. I don't think I did. But
we'll let you know.
Train, does Led Zeppelin 2?
Holy shit.
Think about those words for a second. Train.
As in Drops
I've
the
heard
Jupiter.
them do a couple Zeppelin songs and they're good.
Train, the pop band that played in,
Hey,
Right.
Soul Sister, Drops the Jupiter.
Yes, that band.
I was gonna say, is it that? Same
What's the
Train?
name of the CD?
Train does Led Zeppelin 2.
And they do the whole album?
They do the entire Led Zeppelin 2 album. That's all they do. It's not a greatest hits of Led Zeppelin, just Led Zeppelin 2, top to bottom.
Oh man, I'm gonna
Kind of hard to tell with the cover. It's just a plain, boring brown cover, but
I'm gonna really enjoy this.
I didn't even know that existed. All right. So we'll be back next week with a review of Train doing some Led Zeppelin. But until then, John, you want to talk a little bit about your podcast?
Yeah, We Like Wrestling Podcast. It's 4 guys sitting around talking about wrestling, past, present, anything wrestling related. We do tournaments, we have guests, all kinds of wrestling related stuff. We're on Spotify, Apple iTunes. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We Like Wrestling Podcast.
All right. And of course, for me, you can subscribe right here on YouTube, youtube.com/Westside of 515. Like the show on Facebook, facebook.com/WestTrueBayless. And of course, you can follow me on the Twitter and the Instagram @WesAlist. Until next time, truth out.